everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Women's World. Today we'll be talking about a very important topic, youth conferences. Now, as we all know, the 8th edition of the youth conferences was held on Saturday in El Manara Conference Center here in Cairo, and the president attended the conference. And of course, as the president session was held in addition to other sessions where the president directly communicated with the attendees and discussed various topics. Today we'll be focusing on this issue, and of course we'll be focusing on the role of women in such youth conferences and their role in developing the country through such conferences with our guest Iman Ali Metwalli. She is an HR specialist and also member of the Presidential Leadership Program, PLP. We'll also be featuring a special report about this topic, but first we're going to take a look at the press, so stay tuned. Welcome back. On the 18th anniversary of September 11, meet Manal Izzat, the Egyptian engineer who rebuilt the Pentagon. 18 years ago, on September 11, Manal Izzat fled from the burning Pentagon building after the fourth terrorist plane hit the building, killing 184 people. At the time of the attack, Izzat, an Army Corps of Engineers employee, was the project manager for the Army space in the Pentagon. Her earlier work reinforcing the exterior of the building saved lives when the terrorists attacked. And 3 Egyptian women who work in the architecture and construction fields are shortlisted for the 2019 Tamayyuz Excellence Award, which champions the best in the Middle East, North Africa, and beyond. Tamayyuz Excellence Award partnered with the Society of the Egyptian Architects and the Knowledge Hub Universities to host the jury meeting and a talk in Alexandria on August 28 and 29. The 3 Egyptian women are Omneya Abdelbar, Shahira Fahmi, and Dina Al-Mahdi. And Inji Adel Abdelkarim, who is only 27 years old, is the first Egyptian female marine engineer. Aware of the hardships, Inji's father, a captain himself, rejected the daughter's decision to join this field, but she insisted and fought for what she believed in. She was the only female among 30 students in her class, which motivated her to prove that women can do whatever it takes to finish the job. And OGC Nice Côte d'Azur Handball Club renews its contract with Marwa Abdelmalik until 2020. The French OGC Nice Côte d'Azur Handball Club renewed their contract with Egyptian handball player Marwa Eid Abdelmalik for 2 seasons until 2020. Abdelmalik has been playing for Nice since 2015 and helped the team reach the French Ligue 1 final against Metz. Well, that's our press review for today. We're going now to see a special report about the recent youth conference that took place on Saturday.
كلام كتير أنا ببساطة نص الدنيا مش محتاجة إن أثبت إن وجودي مهم وقبل ده كله كفاية عليا إن ليا مكان في الجنة عشان أنا أنا ببساطة نص الدنيا مش محتاجة إن أثبت إن وجودي مهم وقبل ده كله كفاية عليا إن ليا مكان في الجنة عشان أنا أنا مش كلام على الورق ولا جزء مش محسوب الكون ده لما اتخلق كان ليا دور مكتوب أنا مش كلام على الورق ولا جزء مش محسوب الكون ده لما اتخلق كان ليا دور مكتوب أنا ببساطة نص الدنيا مش محتاجة إن أثبت إن وجودي مهم وقبل ده كله كفاية عليا إن ليا مكان في الجنة عشان أنا أنا ببساطة نص الدنيا مش محتاجة إن أثبت إن وجودي مهم وقبل ده كله كفاية عليا إن ليا مكان في الجنة عشان أنا إيدي بتبني ومش بتهد واقفة
The 8th National Youth Conference kicked off on Saturday under the auspices and with the attendance of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi at El Manara Conference Center. 1,600 participants, mainly youth, attended this youth conference edition from different sectors nationwide. President el-Sisi participated in the first session of the 8th National Youth Conference entitled As Experience of Combating Terrorism Locally and Regionally. The conference started with a documentary showing that empowering young people was one of the most important priorities of President el-Sisi since he took office. Another documentary was screened about terrorist threats. It showed that in 2018, the world lost $60 billion because of terrorism, which has been a global threat for countries. In his remarks on the sidelines of the second session of the 8th Youth Conference, dubbed the impact of spreading lies on state in light of the fourth generation wars, President el-Sisi said that the state of skepticism started 50 years ago. He stated that social justice should be applied to avoid discrimination. He added that social media contributed to misleading awareness since 2018, as he demanded Egyptians to increase their awareness and protect their homeland. He pointed that every big achievement is followed by a terrorist attack or a rumor campaign. He reiterated that the latest allegations are lies and there are people who are trying to shatter the state's credibility. He pointed out that the new administrative capital is a great achievement the world will talk about. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi also attended the Ask the President session, where he answered the youth questions directed to the head of state earlier via Youth Conference website. The head of state also asserted the importance of technical education and how it has a pivotal role in social development. The head of state also asserted the importance of technical education and how it has a pivotal role in social development. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we mentioned earlier, we'll be further about the recent youth conference that took place here in Egypt on Saturday. Not only the role of youth, but the role of young women as well in the process of development here in the country through their participation in such conferences. We're very much delighted to have with us today Iman Ali Metwalli. She is an HR specialist and also member of the Presidential Leadership Program, PLP. Welcome, Iman. Thank you very much for coming.
Welcome.
Now, how do you see the role of women in general in the society, particularly at this phase?
Actually, women is a backbone for each society. She's a milestone. She's a keystone. She's a real architecture of society. Women can achieve her goals through family, family work and education.
Okay. Now, how did you join the PLP, and how do you see your role in the PLP as a woman?
Yeah, I have graduated from Faculty of Arts 2010. After that, I did my preliminary studies 2011 in English language. Then I decided to join another field, which is computer science. I took a 2 years diploma in computer science, which is general. After that, I took another diploma, which is more specific in information security. Then by 2016, I decided to join PLP. I have applied the first time, but unfortunately, I was not selected. After that, I came back and I tried to fulfill my abilities and develop myself, my skills, and I applied again the next year. And I was selected to be one of the PLP community as a member there. After that, during this year, I have studied many crucial topics, such as human resource, marketing, strategic planning, in addition in participating in workshops and conferences. That's about the Presidential Leadership Program. Nowadays, I can see myself in a leading position. I studied too leadership and membership during this Presidential Leadership Program. Nowadays, we have eight governors, eight ministers, 8 female ministers in our government.
Okay. Tell me, Iman, about this recent round of the youth conference, and what was your role in it as an organizer? What exactly did you do?
Okay, just let me tell you about the previous conferences coming to the recent one.
Okay.
For the 5th conference, I was an organizer at the logistic committee. I'm working with a team or like such a beehive in achieving our goal. Then I joined the 6th conference, which held at Cairo University. I was an organizer too. I was responsible of the honored student and inventors of the university graduates. After that, the 7th conference was held at the new administrative capital, which is in Egypt land. I was a representative of the Ministry of Planning during the simulation model of the Egyptian state.
Okay.
Then finally, at the conference, I was just an attendee, but I was impressed with the topics that was already discussed. Yeah.
Yes. And what did you do exactly in the recent youth conference? What was your main job?
World Youth Conference.
No, the recent youth conference that took place on Saturday.
I was an attendee, just attendee the last one, but an organizer for the 5th, 6th, 7th Youth Forum.
Okay, what did you do as an organizer?
We meet our guests, introduce ourselves, send invitations to them, organize logistics like hotels, passes, topics which is discussed already.
How did
Content.
this add to your experience? What experience you gained from being an organizer in youth conferences?
Firstly, the teamwork. You can find yourself helping someone that you already know, but we both have the same goal, so we can motivate ourselves just to achieve the final goal for the whole conference, the big goal for ourselves.
Okay. In general, Iman, how do you see the importance of youth conferences as a platform for exchanging ideas between the leadership and the people, especially young people like you? So directly, topics are put forward, they are discussed as a concern for young people, and there's also Ask the President initiative where the President directly asks the questions sent to him. So how do you see, first of all, the importance of holding such youth conferences?
I see that it's a communication platform that helps a youth express his idea, give recommendations, and it's already heard. Everyone can make sure and be proud that his voice is already heard from the president. During the simulations that I talked about, we give recommendations, and that happened before in each conference. It also a cross-culture communication, so you can deal with someone from another governorate or someone you don't know, and we deal with them to achieve the goal and to know how to solve the problem itself and pass these obstacles.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about the importance of Ask the President initiative. How do you see it important?
Ask the President was an initiative. It's such a platform that the President can clearly and proudly give his words to youth, and youth ask directly without any barriers the President. Everyone in Egypt can send his message or question to the President, and it's already here. We collect these questions and reorganize it and give it to the President directly to discuss it in front of everyone.
Okay. What is the international impact of these conferences, especially the World Youth Forum?
For the World Youth Forum, let me speak about it a little more. It's an international platform for people from around the world. It's all for peace. Everyone around the world can come and attend and discuss topics which is important for everyone, especially youth, there is no Ask the President in World Youth Forum, but there are many topics such as social media discussion around it, women empowerment, and so on. So we can discuss everything through this World Youth Forum. I have participated in this World Youth Forum the previous year. Proudly, I did that. It's a stunning conference happening on Egypt's land. And I was part of the content committee, which is responsible for preparing the content for the content and the topics for the session itself, translating it, meeting with the guest or the speakers in our session.
Okay.
So that was my role. I was one of the team, by the way.
Finally, Iman, if you would send a message to the youth, young people, especially women, what would you say?
Follow your dreams, stand for your dreams, If you get stuck, just stand and and you will achieve your goal, inshallah.
Okay. Well, Iman Ali Metwali, HR specialist and member of the Presidential Leadership Program, PLP, I thank you very much for coming today and talking to us here on Women's World. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us in this edition of Women's World. I'm Hala Al-Hamalawi, signing off for now.